Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, Bihaqqa Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. I'm addressing especially to the youngsters. I'm planning to bring a series of stories for moral development or of the children, especially. So this is the first thing I thought about. So this is called this is this person's name is Barsisa. He was from before our prophet time, and he was following the religion of the then prophet. I don't know exactly what prophet was. He was living in a society which was ruled by Muslims, and that society was threatened by outsider warriors. So three brothers used to live there, according to this story. I have heard this story by my Imam of the Masjid, as well as a few YouTubers have also put it on this story. So, according to that, there was a very pious man in that town. He used to pray all the time. He had his own masjid or mabud or the worship place where other people used to come and pray. And he was not only a good man, but he had very good knowledge. So he was a good scholar, very pious, and all the time he's fearing Allah. So what happens when these brothers have been asked to volunteer for a jihad because the state was threatened? So they they wanted to answer that call for jihad and wanted to go for jihad. So, but they had a little younger sister who they wondered who they can leave this sister with, because she was young and she was beautiful, and they decided to leave that sister with Barsisa because he was pious. People know him very well. He was educated. He was down to earth. He had all the qualities, and not only that, he was also a very good scholar. So they went to him, but he was also young. So they went to him, and he refused because looking after a woman like that could be fitna for himself. The brothers went away trying to find other solution, and this pious man, Barsisa, was visited by who other than Mr. Shaitan. So this scholar calls him Sheikh Shaitan because Sheikh Shaitan is also very well literate personality or entity. Anyway, so what happened that Shaitan come and convinced him, you are preventing two brothers from going on jihad. That is a bigger sin, or you look after their sister. So after some argument, Shaitan must have come in the shape of a man or something. So after he was convinced, he said, okay, there is another house nearby. She can stay there, and she wouldn't have to come out of the house, and he would provide the food and look after her until the brothers come back. In the meantime, what happens that Shaitan keeps on visiting him multiple times. At the first time, he said that you leave the food outside and so much far away from the house, and she has to come out. People see, and what service you are doing, you should put close to the door. Next thing he started doing was putting close to the door, and then Mr. Sheikh Shaitan again visited him and said that she still has to come out, and after time you may miss me, you're late, and she is looking around, and that's not that could cause another fitna in the community. So why don't you leave it inside the door? And then this goes on and goes on for a bit. He would knock the door and leave it, and then he would put inside the door, and then when he started putting inside the door, he saw her. They talked to each other, and one point they got to touch each other, and that's when everything went wrong, and this man and this pious man and that woman ended up committing adultery or zina, and as a result, he had a baby. Once the baby was born, the brothers still had not returned. So Shaitan visited him again and saying that this is a big thing committed, and how would you answer her brothers? So he convinced this pious man to convince the woman to kill the baby. Next thing, once the baby was gone, the brothers still were at the war, and Shaitan convinced this man. So what if this woman repents in front of her brother, and you will end up in with punishment? So kill her. So now this person who has committed one crime of adultery, zina, next thing, one murder and then double murder. He buried her and the baby far away. And by that time, the brothers returned. They asked for their sister. He said that she got sick, and she died, and he buried her. The brothers were pious, and they were of course Ghazi. They took it as a will of Allah, and they went to sleep. While sleeping, both brothers had the same dream, saying that your sister got pregnant, had a baby, and has been buried not the place that this man is showing you, somewhere else. So they talked and said, how can we both have same dream? And they went look for their sister's remains. So they found them along with the baby, and everything was open. Open. So they went to the ruler. The person was taken for the trial or imprisonment first. Shaitan again visits him and says that I'm the one who did it, and I'm actually Shaitan, not a man. Now you continue to follow me, I'll get you out of trouble. So he said, what do I need to do now while I'm in prison? He said, just prostrate, sajda, make a sajda to me, and everything will be all right. And as soon as he did the sajda to Shaitan, Shaitan laughed and disappeared, saying that, okay, I achieved my aim. I made sure you did the biggest crime, biggest crime of shirk, and now you will suffer. Now you lost your dunya, and you lost your deen, your akhirah, and everything. So the moral of the story is that things always start with minor thing, and they have to be stopped right in the beginning. I hope this will carry some moral story for everyone, and I hope I can come back with another moral story. Thank you.